What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trey Sense, and we got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion here for you. So before we get into that, I need something from you. I need you to like this video, share this video, and if you haven't, sub to the channel and continue to check in and let me know where you're watching this video from. So let's get right into it. There are certain fragrances that are hyped throughout social media, and I mean Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, just any form of social media. There are certain fragrance houses, and then there's certain fragrances from those houses that are just, well, hyped. I want to talk about one first that's not getting a lot of love and a lot of hype that I think is absolutely beautiful fragrance. It may be in a couple of years extremely hyped, but right now you hear a little bit about it, but not a lot, and that is Eternal Oud from Lattafa. This is a beautiful fragrance in my opinion, and it is one of the best in my collection. Very, very well made. It lasts a good long time on your skin. The only thing I don't like about it, I think the bottle is really ridiculous with that tree and with that on there. I get what they were trying to do. I think they were trying to make the bottle stand out and hammer home the point, hey, this is an oud based fragrance. It's an oud centric fragrance. And I get that, but still, this is a beautiful fragrance, especially for the $34 mark, and I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think this one gets the talk that it does. Now, let me see how many others I got up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The dirty 8. Let's start here. From the house of, what is it, Dant Nitro. This is Nitro Red. I'm going to pick up the black as soon as I see it again. I like this fragrance. Here's what I'll tell you about this fragrance. And I say this on this channel a lot. Is it worth the hype? Honestly, yes. Is it the reinvention of the wheel? No. Is it a great fragrance for the $30 that you're going to pay for it? Yes. And I'll say again, yes. For the $30 that you're going to pay for this fragrance, it is worth it. And by the way, this one I think was $34. So is it worth $34? Yes. It's probably worth double that. 64, 74, 75, 80, whatever. Yeah, definitely worth it. And I think that's a parfum concentration. Not sure about the Nitro Red, but is it worth the price point is the whole purpose of this video. Yes. Is it worth the hype? Yeah, and here's why. If you want a crowd-pleasing fragrance, then here you go. Now, what does it smell like? Invictus. That's what it smells like. So is it the reinvention of the wheel? Not even close. Not even close. As a matter of fact, if we're comparing it to the reinvention of the wheel, this bad boy is not even round. It's square. But if you want a fragrance that's going to get you noticed, if you want a fragrance that's going to get you complimented, if you want a fragrance that is going to command attention when you walk into the room, much like the original Invictus, then here you go. And I picked this up at Burlington for $29. So is it worth the hype and the price? Yes, it is to both of them. Again, I almost didn't keep this fragrance, but why not? It's only $29, and it is a quality juice for the money that you pay for it. So Nitro is definitely worth the hype, and it is definitely worth the price. Staying in the house of Dant with Nitro, it is Nitro White, and to me this is better than red. I don't know what this is cloning, but I'll tell you, it's got a pineapple sweet dessert type of vibe going on is what I get from this fragrance. And it just smells really, really good. It smells really good. I want to say, because I haven't been able to take these back yet, because I haven't been to Huntsville. So I want to say that that is cloning whatever this was trying to clone. Whatever this, is this from Lattafa? Yeah, this is from Lattafa. Whatever this was trying to clone from Lattafa, I want to say that this Nitro White is going to be similar to that fragrance, because you get a very sweet, lush pineapple note. Nothing like Aventus, nothing like Hasselblad, nothing like Cedroc Boise, nothing like any of those fragrances. Easily unisex, but you get a sweet, creamy pineapple, and this is a very good smelling fragrance. Is it worth the $29 that I paid for it? Yes. Is it worth the hype? Yes. Now, interesting, I took some fragrances to work with me yesterday because a lady I work with was wanting to smell some things from her boyfriend. He happens to work there too. He picked this one, and as a matter of fact, he bought a decant from me. I charged him, I think, $5 for a decant of this, a 5 ml decant. He purchased it. This was the one he liked. His girlfriend liked this one for him. She said, I like this one better. And I think some of the fragrances that I took with me, I had YSL myself. I had Polo 67. I took another one that I'm finna show you in this video. Goodness gracious. That may be all. That may be all I took. But this was the one that she liked the best. And this is the one she wants me to order him for Valentine's Day, which I need to do. But are these two fragrances from Nitro or from Dumont worth the hype? Yes, they are. And especially if you can pick them up at your local Burlington for $29. Rock out, man. Get it and rock out. This next one is, again, from the house of Lattafa. And it's been making its rounds all over social media, all over the internet, all over TikTok, all over Facebook, everywhere. People have been finding it. And it's from the house of Lattafa as well. And it is Khamrah Kawa. And is it worth the $35 that you're gonna pay for this? Absolutely. It's worth double that, triple that. If they put this fragrance in a Tom Ford bottle, they would easily charge you $300 for it and you would pay it. No questions asked. Because it is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It is a good smelling fragrance. It is a coffee, gourmand, boozy, sweet fragrance. I could have also put the original Khamrah on here as well, because it is super duper hyped as well, but I like this one way better. I like this one way better. This just smells like a cappuccino. Very authentic smelling fragrance, very well made fragrance. The presentation of this fragrance is so nice and so good. Yeah, I like it a lot. From the house of Lattafa, it is Khamrah Kawa. And is it worth $35? No, it's not. It's worth at least $100. At least a bill. You pay a bill for that easily, and it is definitely worth it. One more time from the house of Lattafa. It is Asad. And do I think this fragrance is, I paid $19 for this fragrance. So do I think this fragrance is worth $19? Absolutely. Absolutely. And does it deserve the hype that it is getting and has gotten? Absolutely. Do I recommend this fragrance? Yeah, I recommend everything that I've shown you thus far in this video. I think they're all worth the price of admission, and I think they're all really good fragrances. They all perform way better than their price point. Yeah, none of them are hard to find. You can either order them. This was the only one. Well, no, that's not correct. That's not correct. Hold on, I'll get to that part of the video. To this point in the video, this is the only one that I had to order. And I got it from Macari. And again, I think I paid $18 or $19 for it. And beautiful. And then you know it's a Dior Sauvage Elixir clone. Don't bore her, Dior her, or Asad her. Either way, man. But yes, just yes. Nothing else to say about it. This next one is another one that I found at Burlington, and I haven't seen it there a lot. I haven't seen a lot of people say that they found it there, and it is from the house of Rasasi, and it is Hawas. This one took a minute to grow on me, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, and I sold a decant of this while I was at work yesterday. I sold a decant of this, 2 decants of red, and 1 decant of white. This took a minute to grow on me. And again, is it the reinvention of the wheel? No, it falls right along in line with Nitro Red. It's an Invictus style fragrance. I wish this had the quality of Phaeton by Rasasi, and it would have been an absolutely beautiful fragrance. What this is ridiculously super duper uber sweet in a bottle. That's what you have here. Super duper uber sweet in a bottle. Just sweet. Ain't no other way to say it. Every time I do a video, the house is either the house phone or the train. One of the two is gonna get you. We're gonna let the house phone stop ringing. And for those who are wondering, yes, my father still, my father and I live together, and he still believes in the house phone. I don't know why, because he don't ever answer it either. All right, that's it. Now, this took a while to grow on me because I thought, man, it's too juvenile. Man, it is too sweet, but it works. It works. You're gonna get compliments galore. People are gonna compliment you. I mean, it's just the way that it is. It lingers, it leaves a scent trail. It's a beautiful fragrance. People are gonna compliment you and tell you how good you smell, and yeah. So is it worth the $39 that I paid for that at Burlington? I'm gonna say no. And I'm gonna say no, and here's why I'm gonna say no. Because again, these fragrances are in the same wheelhouse. And for the $40 that I paid for this versus the $30 that I paid for this, I think this one is a little bit more versatile and a little bit more wearable. Now, I know that sounds funny. This is a very wearable fragrance as well. So don't think it's not a wearable fragrance. It's just super duper synthetic and sweet, where this one is not. And when you reach in that $40 price point for this, you may as well just go get Invictus. It won't cost you a whole lot more. And they're both in the same wheelhouse. So even though I think this is a decent smelling fragrance, it is sweet. The reactions that you're gonna get off of it are gonna make you go, well, shit. Okay, because you're gonna get them. But 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But from the house of Rasasi, it is Hawas. Is this one worth the hype? I gotta say no. I gotta say no. If you can pick it up for $25, then yeah. $40, I say try to find a Nitro Red. They're gonna put you in the same wheelhouse. This one is way sweeter than red, but the red is just better, in my humble opinion. Now, fair warning, both of them are gonna get you noticed and compliments. That is the honest truth. Both of them are gonna get you, oh my God, you smell goods all day. You're gonna get it from both of them. But if I didn't have either one of them and both of them were sitting down there on the shelf, knowing what I know, I would pass on the Hawas and go with the Nitro Red. Now, I don't know anything about the Hawas Black and the Hawas Red that is out, so I don't know. Yeah, but all of those I found in the rack stores with the exception of Asad. Now, all of these, well, let's get this one out of the way because I've seen this one at the rack store, and this is a playground legend. This is the Pee Wee Kirkland of Fragcom. This is the Pee Wee Kirkland of cheapies, and it is from the house of Armoff. I think it's Armoff. Yeah, it's Armoff. And it is Club de Nuit Man Intense. Yeah, and yeah. Is it worth the hype? Yeah, it is. It is. I want to say this was $29 at Burlington. Now, I didn't get mine at Burlington. I think my boy JP sent me mine. And again, I eventually, at some point in this year, will pick up the intense, is it the intense? Limited edition or the parfum version, because I have the EDT. I will eventually pick up the parfum version or the EDP version, whichever it is, or the limited edition version of this, because I think this fragrance is worth it. And again, does this smell like Creed Aventus? Eerily, but no, yes, but no, but yes. Kind of like, I don't know if any of you northerners would even understand this. Down south, we sell a joint called RC. Kind of like RC, tastes similar to Coke and Pepsi at the same time, but it's neither Coke and Pepsi. Same way with this fragrance right here. Does it smell similar to Creed Aventus? Yeah. Will it fall right in line with Hasselblad and Cedroc Boise and Mont Blanc Legend Explorer? Yeah, I say buy this before Legend Explorer, because to me it's a better smelling fragrance than Legend Explorer. Is it a little screechy up top? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Is it gonna get you compliments? Yes. It is. It is. People are gonna notice you. People are gonna compliment you. People are gonna tell you that you smell amazing with this fragrance on. So take that for what you will. Do with that for what you will. Is it worth the price of admission? I think so. I think so. I think it's one that you definitely need to pick up if you're looking for a good smelling fragrance. Do not buy this thinking that you're walking around smelling like Creed Aventus, because you won't. Ballpark, wheelhouse, yes. But that's about as close as it's gonna get. Ballpark and wheelhouse. Is it the same? No. Is it in the ballpark? Yes. Does it smell good? Yes. From the house of Amalfi, it's Club de Nuit, Man Intense. These next two are honestly two of my favorite fragrances in my collection. I think they're extremely well made, and this house is one that I would buy just about anything from this house, because I think it smells good, and I think it's going to be a quality scent. From the house of Al Haramain, it is Amber Oud Gold Edition, and I like this fragrance, man. This one is unisex. That smells good. It is a compliment getter. It is a high quality fragrance. It is a high oil concentration fragrance. 3 or 4 squirts of this will last you all day. And I honestly have yet to let a person smell this fragrance and they did not like it. That is the honest truth. Everyone that has smelled this fragrance has liked it. And that is man and woman and child. I think it is a clone of, what is it, Buddha Pura by Xerjoff. So what you get is a sweet, fruity, mango type of scent. Gem, right here, gem. Now it's gonna cost you a little bit more, 40, 50 bucks. Is it worth that? Yeah. Bottle feels great in your hand. The presentation feels great. It smells great. Yeah, there's not a whole lot more you could ask for out of a fragrance than what you're gonna get from this one. So from the house of from the house of Al Haramain, it is Amber Oud Gold. Sticking with the house of Al Haramain, it is Amber Oud Rouge, and this is a clone of Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait, I think. And yeah, really, really, really close. If you like Ariana Grande's Cloud and you think that's a good representation of 540, this is that on steroids for 50 years. Again, 3 or 4 squirts of this and you are good all day. There is nothing about this fragrance that smells cheap, generic, anything. High oil concentration, lasts a very long time. Gonna cost you about $60 or $70, but is it worth it? Every dime. It's worth every dime. It is worth every dime, especially when you think about the fragrance that you're buying or the fragrance that you're that it's duplicating or replicating, and you think that this fragrance is $60 or $70, yeah, all day, worth it all day long, and it's definitely worth the hype. But then again, I guess the question that you beg to ask is, if it's $60 or $70, is it a cheapie? Personally, I still think so. And the reason that I say that is, let's say, because of this. You know, I've got 3/4 of a bottle. So if I were to sell this 3/4 of a bottle, it wouldn't be $60. It'd probably be $40. So you can still buy partials and things like that and get it, you know, at a pretty good price, because it's just not going to take a lot of it. It's not going to take a lot of it. And I've went through 2 or 3 bottles of both of these, because every time somebody smells it, they want it. So I end up either selling it or giving it, you know, whatever. So that's that. Do with that what you will. Use the info as you may. But I do think these two are stunning. Al Haramain's Amber Oud Rouge and Amber Oud Gold are a little bit, these two right here from Lattafa, I think are of the same quality of scent profile as the Al Haramain's. They're just, you know, not knocking any of the others, because they all smell good, but there is a certain quality of fragrance to those 4, a quality to the scent of those 4 that is just a little bit above, you know, the other. They're all good. They're all good. All right, guys, that is it, man. That is it. This will probably be the last video of the month, because it's the last day of the month. So I hope everybody's having themselves a wonderful day and enjoying themselves. It's a beautiful day here in Alabama on a Friday for the last day of January. It's rained all night and all day, and now it's 60-something degrees outside. Absolutely beautiful. But anyway, listen, I love you all, and God bless you all, and thank you all so much for being the absolute best part of my channel, and I will catch you in the month of lovers. Peace.